Alrighty guys, welcome back to another inverse for value gap video. Today's a pretty exciting video because we have some new settings. Okay, some new settings. It's with an EMA indicator filter as well. So if you haven't watched the previous indicator filter video, go watch that. But this setting that we have here, up $14,000 in the last month. Okay, last month. So the whole December contract so far is up 14,000. And we have some other settings that are half the amount of drawdown, and as well, those are up about $11,000 or $12,000 so far in the December contract. So we're going to dive into that today. I'm showing you here, this is the equity chart. I'll move my face for you. So nice little upslope all the way from the bottom left to the top right there. Again, this is on $500 of risk per trade. So if you think the drawdown might be too much, lower your risk per trade. If you think it's, you could take more risk, up your risk per trade. So this is the daily. If we go to the hours of the day here, again, I'll move my face over here. We can see that by hour day, it's very good. This is just ran 24/7. So, you can pick and choose. Maybe you want to disable it some of these times, but overall, this is really, really clean and really good. It's pretty profitable most of the day, especially during the market hours here, right? Especially during New York session. So yeah, that's it. This is, again, the last 25 days and beautiful, beautiful upsloping to the right, okay? So diving into it, those settings are right here, okay? I'm not gonna disable everything, so it might be a little grayed out because then it'll take a super long time to enable. But pretty much we have the EMA SBS example. So this is just an indicator filter for EMAs, okay? And we have this set to 200, which means, oops, let me move my face, sorry. 200 EMA right here. Okay, so that's set to 200 for the 200 EMA. In the inverse for value gap auto trader settings, we have simply no filters, so no time filters. We have the indicator filter checked for the checkbox here, and we just copy and pasted the name tag, which is EMA 21 diamond up. That's just the tag that tells the bot, read the signals from this right here. So this is a 200 EMA. It's just telling you read the signals from that. Okay. So basically, when we're above the 200 EMA, we're only taking longs, and when we're below, we're only taking shorts. That's it. We have a break-even stop at 1-to-1 risk per trade. That is up to you. My swing strength is set to 10, and my swing high low minimum ticks is set to 50. Okay. That's it. Now, Tom, a member in our Discord, pretty much found these settings. These are mine. I tweaked them slightly. Tom's settings are exactly the same as this. The only difference is the swing strength is set to 16 and the swing high-low minimum ticks is set to 100. Okay, that's the only difference between these settings. And his had about $11,000 of profit and only $1,500 drawdown over the last 30 days. Mine had about $14,000 to $15,000 profit with a $3,000 drawdown. So a little more profit, but a little more drawdown with mine, a little less profit, but quite a bit less drawdown with Tom's. So feel free to try both, okay? Max contracts, you set that to your prop firm maximum, have the on sim button checked, full auto mode, minimum for value gap size set to 2, and you have the require impulse move checked. Okay, that's it. Those are the settings. Let's dive into some of the trades. So today with my settings, you're up 3R. So 3R just today alone. Okay, so we'll go over that. Very, very good. Today is the 13th of October. We had a huge gap up last night. You can see here on the chart, huge gap up. I have the yellow line right in the middle here. That's our 200 EMA. So if we zoom in here, very, very volatile last night, but it did catch a long. This was the long and it was a full TP. So we had a long here. Again, we're above the 200 EMA and that was a full TP. So that's 1.5R. Beautiful, beautiful trade. Okay. Now I'll just recap today. I won't keep it too long. Okay. 11 p.m. Again, I was sleeping at this point, 11 p.m. We're above the 200 EMA. We have a long, it hit first TP. So scaled half at first TP, which is 0.5R and then break even. So now we're up a net 2R, okay? We'll scroll. It's now 250. We had another full TP, a long above the 200 EMA. So that brings us up to 3.5R total of profit. So again, if you're risking $200 per trade, which is pretty suitable for a $50,000 account, you're up about $700 or so. That's pretty good, right? $700 from 3 trades. You could be done for the day before New York session even opened, okay? Think about that. That's really, really good. So you're up 3.5R. Then we get to 5 a.m. This is where we get a couple losses, okay? So a full loss here. That's okay. We'll move on. So that brings us to 2.5R total, another loss, and then another loss. So 3 losses in a row. That brings us down to a 0.5R. After commissions, it's probably more break even. Okay. So you went 3 wins in a row, then 3 losses in a row. You're still technically up 0.5R. So that'd be $100 or so on a 200 risk per trade. But after commissions, it'd be pretty much break even. So 0.5R. At 8:30 this morning, we had a short that was a partial win, then break even, so 0.5R. Your net is up 1R now. Then we have the same thing happen, another partial win and break even, so now you're up 1.5R. And then this one this morning happened on live stream, 10 a.m. We had, again, EMAs right here, 200 EMA, longs above it, right? Had this for Valley Gap from earlier in the day. It longed, it literally hit our first TP to the tick, didn't get a fill. So it broke even. So that's literally 0-0. So still up 1.5R, okay? This trade here, full TP, this is, again, we see the red diamond right here in the yellow. So we have a shorts only below the 200 EMA, and we get a full TP win there. Beautiful, beautiful. That brings you back up 3R on the day. Okay, so again, plenty of opportunity to be done right there, okay? Then moving on, we have a long. We're back above the 200 EMA now, long. And that one, first TP and break even. So that brings you up to 3.5R. Next trade, also first TP and break even. That brings you up to 4R. 4R in profit. And then this last trade was a loss. So total is 3R of profit today. So all the trades combined, you're up 3R. Okay, pretty good. Okay, moving on, we can go back and we can just look at some past trades. So I'll show you right here. Okay, cross below the 200 EMA. This is on the 9th of October, and we had a short. Then it hit both TPs. This ended up going for 20 something points, 25 points. That's overnight. Pretty good. Okay, what are these trades? Couple losses in here. Okay, losses happen. It's part of the game. Right here, a nice short as well right here, below the 200 EMA, full TP. Remember, the full TPs are bigger as well than the losses. So remember that, okay? Another loss there. This is not, you know, a foolproof, like I'm never gonna lose strategy. You're still gonna have losing trades, right? Again, if we take a look at the strategy performance, right here, 14.3K with a 3K drawdown. Win rate around 46%. So overall, the wins are much bigger than losses, right? And sometimes it counts trades weird with NinjaTrader. So might be a little higher than 46, but we'll move on here. Another on October 8th, full TP win here, 1040 at night, beautiful. Right here, so we have a few beautiful trades here. This was a pretty good looking day, couple strong losses there. Let's take a look at this day. This day is October 8th. Had a long, this was a loss, okay? Had another long, that was a loss. Had a short, that was a loss. So you're down 3R right now, okay? You're negative 3R. This, full TP, okay? Full TP, now you're only down 1.5R, okay? Then a loss, so now you're down 2.5R. Then, beautiful long. And the thing about this is, you feel free, you can always move those TPs. If you have a really strong bias on the day, you can move those. Okay, so down 2.5R. This brings us down to only 1R because that was a full TP. And again, you could have stretched those. Look at this. We ended up rocketing, right? You could have moved those if you had a strong bias, right? Use it as a tool. Don't fully rely on it, okay? So only up or only down 1R. This, another full TP win. That brings you back to up on the day, okay? So just a couple wins and it can flip everything. So you're up 0.5R. Again, after commissions, it's probably more break even. But then again, at 12:55 p.m., another full TP. So now you're up 2R on the day because you have those string of wins. Even after commissions, you're up on the day, 100%. If you're risking $200 per trade, you're up 2R. That's 400 bucks. Okay. And after commissions, obviously you're still up pretty good. We'll see if there's anything else here. That was it for that day. So showing you guys there is losses, but there's also a lot of wins. This is the 7th of October. So we can take a look at the 7th. We just looked at this day. 7th of October. Let's do it. All right, so going all the way back here to the 6th that night and into the 7th, we had a full TP win here, short below the 200 EMA. Boom, 1.5R. You're already up in the overnight session. Then we had 2 losses, so that brings you to negative 0.5R, then a full win, so you're up 1R. Okay, everyone say it with me. 1R, that's good. 200 per trade, you up 200 bucks. You don't need to get $1,000 a day to make crazy money with prop firms. Okay, you're up 1R. We'll keep going. You have a partial win and then a break even. So that puts you up 2R total between all the trades, 2R. Then we had, again, a partial win. So what did I just say? 2R? 1R? I forgot. Let's see, we had the full win, that's 0.5, that's 2, that's, I don't know. We're up still 2R, okay? Full win again, okay? Up 3R, 3.5R. I'm forgetting, I can't do the math and talk at the same time. Then another full TP win, so you're up like 4R or something like that, okay? So at this point, if you're up 4R, because we're right around 4R, that's when you should start thinking, maybe I should just shut it down for the day. Okay. I know I have these settings and I know that Autotrader, works pretty well over time, but 4R on 200 risk per trade, that's up 8. That means you're up $800. Maybe you should start thinking to shut it down. Okay. You don't want to let that day go red on you. So full win there. You're up 4R. We'll keep going. That was it. That was it. So then it was on to the next day. Okay. These settings are killing it. Tom's settings are killing it. Take this, try out some things, tweak it yourself, and kill it, right? Remember, great performance over the last 30 days. Okay, you don't need to test too far back. Okay, you don't need to go back a year. What worked a year ago might not work now. What works now might only work for the next month or two. You get what I'm saying? You're gonna need to tweak over time. So hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. High profit, 14K, 3K drawdown. Thanks for watching.